New Orleans Saints are kind of lucky. Like they definitely got lucky with the trading-ish kind of Sean Payton getting a first-round pick and an early second-round pick. Things are looking up for the Saints after a year in which like nobody wanted to win the NFC South. Like it was just interesting. But today, in our first edition of our mock draft for the 2023, our first 2023 mock draft for the New Orleans Saints, there's a lot of things going on. So a couple of things before we get started. Number one, again, this is 1.0. This is our very first one, meaning a couple of different things. No trading up or down. We're going to stick and pick, see where the board falls. And number two, have a lot of fun with it. So that's going to be our thing here. So we're going to bring you right into it. 7-round mock draft, speed, high, and then also the care for position of value, high as well, high speed, low drag. Draft needs high, a little bit of randomness because I feel like you need a little bit of randomness in your life. I am definitely that for my wife, and you just need it. It happens. There's always something crazy that goes on in the NFL draft, and you just kind of sit there and like, meh, okay. So we're gonna enter the draft here. Once again, 7-round mock draft here for the Saints with a plethora of needs. I think I got him at quarterback, guard, DB / corner, safety, a guy or a person that can play both, and I've got a perfect player that I think could fit that mold. D tackle, running back, wide receiver. Okay, not necessarily any particular order, just kind of spitballing here. So we get to the bottom of the first round here. Again, no trading, and there is Osiris Torrance went to the Bills. That's tough because I want Osiris Torrance, but it is what it is. Tanner McKee's there. The question you have to ask yourself is quarterback worth it right now? Like, are they going to send a veteran? How things going to go here? But if Tanner McKee falls to you at 29, I don't think it's too hard not to say yes to that. Sorry, Tanner McKee, you got your quarterback potentially of the future, a guy you can hopefully build upon and see what you got there. Now, second round here, things get interesting. So you've got quarterback taken out of the way. I would like to get the best guard other than Osiris Torrance in this draft, and that's tough because there's a lot of good guards in this draft, but Osiris Torrance is that guy. Cody Mock was going to be my guy. He's going to move to the inside. I don't care what anybody says. John Michael Schmitz, so is Steve Avila. Yeah, I think we in this situation, you don't want to necessarily reach for a player. So you got Josh Downs there. He would look really good with the rest of your wide receiver core. Like what is it, Rashid? I couldn't remember, but the man literally, I should have got him in fantasy. I'm a little mad about that, but it is. Let's see here. So I think at this particular spot with needs at DBD tackle and all those, I think you can pick a couple of guys up there in some different spots. I really want to go Josh Downs here because I really feel like he's a guy that, you love him because he is that kind of a player. But I also want, actually, I'm going to go here. Who do you got at corner? Let's go to safety because there's a particular player. So Sidney Brown probably isn't going to make it to you in the third round, and I think he's the perfect fit for you at corner and DB. He's had a heck of a week at the Senior Bowl. He's a leader, a guy that can play multiple different positions and do it at a high level. I think he is going to be a very good player in the NFL, and I know this might be a little high to draft him, but I really like me some Sidney Brown. He really impressed me. So, I know that there is a wide receiver there, but I mean, if you look at it, the wide receivers, if you get some guys back healthy, you're not that worried about it. So I'm going to go Sidney Brown here. Again, I know that there's a couple of other players on the board, but I've got a huge draft crush on Sidney Brown. Maybe we're doing a little bit of randomness up there for it. Anyway, and Jalen Hyatt falls into you. Or do we go guard? No. So we've got, let's see here. We've got DB taken care of. Guard is, I think we go Jalen Hyatt here. I really like Jalen Hyatt out of Tennessee. The speedster, he's going to be an absolute man. And you get him and Chris Olave out there. Yeah, things are going to be tough for opposing defenses. So you got quarterback, you got DB, and you got wide receiver taken care of. Now, I would like a guard. One guard, please. Cedric Ben Prawn, okay. Jarrett Patterson. I think Jarrett Patterson is going to be a guy that, you want to get in the later rounds. Right now, though, let's see. D tackle. Byron Young is there. Guard, obviously, we'll get running back. You can always get those guys in the later rounds. I think you go Byron Young here because I feel like he's a player that, quite honestly, you really like what he did at the Senior Bowl. He really did show some stuff in the pass rush as well, and he's able to stay up at the point of attack as well. I think you go Byron Young there, and I don't think you think twice about it. Again, this board is a little weird. Usually Osiris Torrance is right there for the Saints, but the fact that he's not, it is what it is there. So let's see. Defensive tackle is taken care of. The problem with this is Man, guard is just so tough. Because after Osiris Torrance, there's such a drop off that it's not even funny. Yeah, and Jared Patterson, yeah, looks like he already went. So let's see, who else do we have at guard? Again, I would love, if it was up to me, I would love to go guard. Okay, ooh, Jackson Kirkland. We're gonna get Jackson Kirkland first. We're gonna get So we got our DB. I'm gonna go Dwayne McBridge here at running back. So the next thing is guard. Now I know a lot of people are freaking out because, oh, you didn't get your guard. Listen, I have had a huge draft crush on Kirkland from the very beginning. I don't care that he is a guy. Okay, that's fine. He already went. But okay, so there's Zavala there. I mean, it is what it is. I don't think that Osiris Torrance is going to go that high, but it is what it is there. So you get Chandler Zavala there. I really feel like you go Drake Nugent here. I really like me some Drake Nugent, but Zavala at a North Carolina State here, they're your dress guard now. I think it's kind of one of those things where it is tough because when some of those guys go, it is what it is. There are not a lot you can do there. Ooh, Kenny McIntosh fell to you. We already got a running back though. So I think the next thing here is tight end, definitely where you're going to want to go with this. Let's see here. Gervais Owens, we already got. I think we go Josh Weil here because I would like a little bit of help at the tight end position. I felt like the Saints, once they kind of get the quarterback situation, a lot of these other things as far as DBs as far as wide receivers and things will figure themselves out. So Drake Thomas is there. Who's there at corner? Ooh, Ryan Greenhagen. Who's also there at like interior offense? Oh, Caleb Murphy's there. I'm going to go Caleb Murphy here, and it's because I think Caleb Murphy, you can either try him out at center or at guard and potentially do a couple of different things there. So I think that's definitely a move you want to make. So last pick here. Let's see. So Leonard Taylor's gone. Okay, Ethan Evans, Tyson Bagent. And then you also get, oh no, Ginderoff is, okay, that's, okay, fine, whatever. Bradford. Again, these are guys usually that are going to be brought in. If Ryan Greenhagen is there, wait, I think we already took Greenhagen. Doesn't matter. We are going to go with Tyne Evans, Daniel Scott. Okay, we're going to go Daniel Scott here at a Cal. Falls to you there, so you kind of double down on corner DB, which is good because again you want guys that can be versatile and do a lot of different things here. So Tanner McKee, you get there at 29. You love how it starts out there. I mean, the guy falls to you, future franchise quarterback potentially, and then you get let's see here. You get Sidney Brown. Listen, Sidney Brown, this is because I couldn't trade down. Once I trade down, I will make sure I get Sidney Brown and to get back up into the second because I think Sidney Brown's going to go on the lower end of the second round. But you get a guy that can play slot corner. You get a guy that can play safety. He can play on the outside if you need him to. He's fast. He can play a lot of different positions. He's a leader. I think he's going to be a really good player in the NFL. So Sidney Brown there in the second round. I know it's a little high. Again, I will trade down once we get into these other drafts. People don't get in the comments section. I already see it. So Jalen Hyatt there falling to you in the third round. You love it. You absolutely getting Jalen Hyatt, Chris Olave, and all those guys. And getting Thomas back next year. Yeah, that's just a deadly wide receiver cord right there. Byron Young, the defensive lineman out of Alabama. He holds up well in the run game. He also did a great job in the Senior Bowl, kind of just showcasing some of the different pass rush moves he has. I think he's going to have a really good career in the NFL. Then Dwayne McBridge, you're getting another running back there, a guy that, he falls that far. He's an absolute stud. I think he's going to be a great change of pace back and do some different things for you. Then you get also Chandler Zavala there. I think he can compete for a starting guard spot. Absolutely. At the very least, you get a guard in there. And again, Osiris Torrance usually is there for the Saints at 29, so it is what it is there. But Zavala there, I think, is going to do some big things for you. Then you also get Josh Weil, the tight end out of Cincinnati. I love it. I think he's going to be a player that, again, these tight ends that you get in the later rounds usually are better blocking tight ends than receiving tight ends. So we'll see what he does kind of developing with what the Saints have at quarterback. Then in the seventh round, Caleb Murphy. Again, I felt like Caleb Murphy is one of those guys that at center, he can play guard, he can play on the inside. You get an insurance policy just to kind of see what you might need moving forward. forward. And then Daniel Scott, the safety out of California. Yes, yes, and yes. You love to see it. I think he's a guy that, again, he's similar build to Sidney Brown. I think Sidney Brown's faster, but Daniel Scott, I think you can play him at either safety spot and go from there and get some versatility at the end of the 7th round there. But yeah, that's it. That's our very first edition of our New Orleans Saints mock draft for 2023. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show. We greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome. We love every single one of you. Down in the description below, you'll find all of our social media platforms. So give us a like and a follow there. Also, remember to give us a listen and sub on iTunes. And finally, if you have anything else you'd like us to cover, send us an email at thesportsbp@yahoo.com or put in the comment section down below, and we would love to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about our 2023 New Orleans Saints mock draft, our very first one of the season.